So we're in Germany here, and the Healing Castle in Chopwitz, and I'm with two Englishmen, with Lord James Welch and with Matthew Grett, who is a magnificent chainsaw carver. And I want to gain some insights tonight about the two main persons involved in erecting the probably tallest Virgin Mary of the planet. And I want to start to ask you, because as I know you came up with the idea to do the project.
Okay, the project was based on my wife's illness, and that's Ingrid. And what we did, we discovered she had cancer. Then we went to Lisbon and for X-rays. And it was diagnosed that she had the cancer. And while I was waiting for the X-rays, Ingrid went outside. And when I came out with them, she said, "Don't worry about it, because I've seen the Virgin Mary." And she isn't a religious person. And she said, "The Virgin Mary came to me and said everything's going to be okay." So then we decided, she had 3 operations, and they were partly successful, but she still had the cancer. And they gave her 3 months to live. And so she decided to go to healers. And she went to Brazil. And when she was in Brazil, again, the Virgin Mary came to her and says, "You're going to be alright, there's not going to be a problem here." So after 3 years of still having cancer, but with no effects because she'd changed the psychology on it, we decided to help other people, and this is why we got the castle. And that's an amazing story, but that's another story we can go to later. And so we bought the castle, and then we've got to publicise the castle, and we also want to give people hope and inspiration to understand cancer is only a word. It's not a disease, it's a word. And when you get diagnosed and that word's said to you, mentally it destroys you. Okay? And a lot of people die when they get told they've got 3 months to live. They die within that 3 months. Okay? Because the fear is them. And we want to give people hope. That doesn't have to happen. Okay, and so I decided we had to erect something what was positive, and people would get publicity for it. Okay, because we're not religious, but we do believe there's a God. Okay, there's no religion what we think of. All religions are the same to us because they all mean the same thing. And so I decided of putting the tallest Virgin Mary carving in the world in the centre of the castle. And now the project has taken me over 4 years to get to the stage it's at now. We had to find, first of all, the tree. And to get the tree, Internet, America, Canada, everywhere we went for this tree. And it was all too expensive. And then the Burgomaster, or the mayor, said, "Oh, we're cutting a tree down in the park." And it was the tree we needed. Then there was difficulty of getting cranes, getting it cut, putting it in position, all nightmares, okay? And getting carvers, nightmare. We had 3 different carvers, what we didn't trust in the end, okay? And so it was delayed another few months. And so I decided, I'll go on the internet, I'll look again.
What was it about the other guys? What put you off?
They didn't have the heart. Like, they said they could carve and do this, but you can see somebody's mind, okay, and you can see how they behave. It was all revolved around them, not what it entailed. And what it entails is the love, okay? Like the desire to do something positive.
Yeah, because when you left me the phone message, you explained that you wanted a carving of the Virgin Mary,
Yeah.
and it's going to be 8 meters high, and it'll be
Yeah.
the largest in the world.
Yeah.
And at that point, I didn't know anything about Ingrid.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the whole background, like you just explained.
Yeah.
So the most appealing thing for me at that point was the massive scale of it. Because I'm only 4 years into carving, and to be given the opportunity to carve on that scale, it's just, it's like...
No,
like,
the point, no.
it's like a dream, really.
It did, like, as you said, when I spoke to you on the phone and I'd never looked at any of your work, I already knew, right? Because I think it's entities, it's energy, it's positive energy. And when positive energy flows the way it was flowing with you, okay, it wasn't, oh, I'm doing the biggest statue in the world now. It wasn't that. It was the challenge, right? And the positive challenge, what you've seen in it to create your art,
Oh, sure, yeah.
right, was so cool, right? And that's what I never had before, okay? And that's why something stopped it all the time. It wasn't, oh, he was a nasty carver, or it was something not out of my control, okay? But when you gave me the feedback of positivity, what was necessary, okay, I went, this is right.
Yeah, so I remember just being,
You were just dancing.
In the back of my mind I was just thinking, please say yes, please.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
really
Well, you see,
want to do
the
this.
proof of the pudding is in the eating. You've been here 10 days now, okay, and never stopped. 14 hours a day, and you've been living and breathing what you've created, and what you've created is so positive. It's a dance, and so anybody who comes to the castle, okay, because everybody is coming in hope of a cancer, or I'm depressed, I've had enough of life, my husband just left me, or I've just lost my child. How do you cope with something like this? The statue represents mother of all mothers, okay, love of all love, okay, and so it feeds you, and the energy of the castle feeds you.
Yeah, that's grown over the 10 days.
You've been here, what's your experience has been?
I got here and I started working as I would normally work, thinking far too much, as you've said a lot to me, thinking and not feeling my way through the work, which is one of the main things I've learned from being here, is to just feel your way through it and just not think so much, because thinking gets in the way of the flow of what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I value what I've learned. Value learning that a lot. It's just changed the whole way I'm going to work from now on, really. And you've also encouraged me a lot to really take my time and make it into like this piece that will give that hope, and just the amazingness of it for when other people around me.
Yeah.
So I really do need to put everything I've got into it.
But that's what you've been doing.
Time into it.
But no.
But before I got here,
Yeah.
before I got here, I don't feel I worked like that before. And this piece, it's like you're guiding me into how to work, because it will get the result that you're looking for. I've never had a customer. I don't mean a customer, but I've never had somebody sort of ask me for a piece of work, a particular piece of work, but also teach me how to be about it. I mean, you didn't know how to carve,
I haven't got a clue.
but what you've taught me has made my carving. You know, you can see out there.
Yeah.
I'm amazing myself. You know, what was it, about 4th or 5th day?
Yeah.
I was drawing out the front profile of this Virgin Mary, and I was just overwhelmed with emotion. I was crying for about an hour
Yeah.
because of where I was, what I was doing, what I was learning, and the confidence. As I was drawing it, I was just building this confidence that I knew I was going to achieve exactly what we both wanted.
Yeah.
You know? It was amazing. Literally tears of joy for like an hour and a half. I couldn't control it really.
But you see, what you're doing, is helping others as well as helping yourself. And there's nothing wrong, right, with creating. There's nothing wrong with helping yourself. But because this is what this castle's about. As you know, everybody who comes in here ends up with that energy. And I think it's the castle, because of the roots of the castle. As you know, the castle's 11th century, and it was built on power lines, and the power energy was here. And as Chris has seen orbs flying around it, okay, and as you're working on it, you're like an orb, you're like an energy, and you are in this pure energy what's coming out here. And when you're doing the hands, you go, oh God, oh God, look at this, and you're dancing. And the whole beauty of it is when you're not under pressure, you dance, and when you see it,